Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Black Ops 3 video. Today's video is actually going to be multiplayer on the map EVAC, and you know, this map is is one of those maps where sometimes I'll play it and I do really good, and sometimes I'll play it and I'll do really bad, and a lot of times it has to do with what kind of game mode I'm playing. You know, free-for-all versus team deathmatch, hardcore versus core. But one of the things that I've been doing for the longest time now is I went and got gold and diamond camo on every SMG in the game, and I actually got gold and diamond camo on all of the assault rifles in the game as well. And surprisingly enough, the assault rifles were extremely difficult because, as it turns out, most of them suck. The SMGs were okay, but it forces you to play close quarters combat, where you're constantly rushing, sliding, jumping, you know, around corners and areas, and that can get you killed. So anyway, at the point I'm at now is I was trying to get gold and diamond camo on all of the LMGs, or all of the machine guns in the game, and I've since kind of given that up. But the reason I gave it up is because these guns all suck really bad, and they're all really hard to play with. And what you're seeing now is me using the Dredge, which is a gun that for whatever reason I just cannot stand to use. I'm not good with it. It seems damn near impossible to play with it. And so when I'm playing with guns that I'm not comfortable with, and you know, it's kind of hard to get a kill with, I like to play on hardcore, because then it's more just whoever reacts first and fires first wins usually. And so it gives me kind of an advantage. And like I say, I've kind of given up going for gold and diamond camo on them just because they suck so bad, all of these LMGs. Now don't get me wrong, the Dingo is great, but just the fact that it's a big, heavy gun, the fire on it, you know, the bullets kind of, the spread is out there, so it's not very accurate. You know, and then that's the best one of all of them, really. This Dredge is garbage. The Gorgon is the worst fucking gun in the game, but, you know, we've known that since the game came out. It's the worst in zombies, it's the worst in multiplayer. But what I'm showing you guys today is, even using this shitty gun, using the strategy that I'm using right now, I'm 5-1, as you just saw, and all I'm doing is I'm running over here around this side of the map. I'm covering that area up there because I know everybody's going to go into that room, and they're going to try and camp in there and shoot outward, or they're going to try and run forward and take this side of the map. And so I'm going to cover that area, and then I'm going to look to the right, and I'm going to see the people coming out of that room, which is, you know, basically the centerpiece of the map. And anytime you've got a multiplayer map, the center is always going to be where the most action is. People are always going to be there. But as usual, I try and avoid the center of the map, because while that's where you'll get the most kills, it's also where you'll die the most and get the most deaths. Just because, you know, everybody's going there, you got to watch so many different angles, so many different directions, and most of the time I get shot from behind or shot from the side. But you can stand right here, as you see me doing, and you can kind of watch that doorway and watch the center. You can also watch to the right and see them trying to come around the building. You can also see just to the left of this doorway that I'm looking at is a wall they'll wall run on. And then, of course, you can come back here, and boom, you jump up, you got this side covered, nobody's coming forward, nobody's camping up there, turn to the right, and you're again covering that middle area, the centerpiece of the map, where people are going to come through. Now, by doing this, it's not necessarily camping so much as it is holding down an area. And what I mean by holding down an area is, we spawned on this side, and what you'll notice is, even though I do die a couple of times, we never lost our spawn. There was never a spawn flip where, okay, the other team's spawning over here and we're spawning on the other side of the map, or we're spawning somewhere different. And that was mostly because of me, and there's a guy to the left of me right now who are also he's just kind of standing in one spot camping, for the most part. And, you know, I'm going back and forth, but we're holding down this area. And if you think of it like real combat, that's what you would do, is you would hold down your base, your area. You wouldn't let other people come into it. but you also wouldn't, you know, in the case I'm using right now, an LMG, I wouldn't take an LMG and, you know, put it to my hip and run through, you know, the middle of the battlefield with it and, you know, put my head out there to get shot off, you know. You'd play it a little bit more safe, a little bit more careful. And as you can see right now, I believe I'm on my second or third, probably second bloodthirsty of the game so far. I've got my my care package, my score streak ready to go. And I'm actually doing pretty good. And the reason that I mention this is because I'm not that great at multiplayer. This gun is terrible, and I'm on hardcore where if I get shot one time, I'm gonna die. And this gun is really hard for me to aim and be accurate with, and I'm still able to get headshots. I'm still able to get bloodthirsties and score streaks and care packages and so on and so forth. So, you know, when I know I'm not that great at multiplayer, because I've always been a zombies guy, and I see that I'm doing something that is really effective and I'm not dying and I'm getting a lot of kills, I'm getting bloodthirsties and score streaks and care packages, I pretty much know that whatever it is I'm doing, if it's because of a strategy that I'm running or a pattern that I'm moving in, or you know, however I'm playing, that's probably a pretty good low risk strategy for anyone to use, because like I say, I know I'm not that good. So if I'm playing really good, then you know this is a pretty damn good strategy. So I just figured I'd share that with you guys, that you know, this is how I play, whether really this is how I play mostly in free-for-all, but I also do it in team deathmatch in certain situations, particularly things like Combine, Nuketown, small maps like that. Everybody, Skyjacked is another one, everybody rushes out and leaves the spawn, and it causes spawn flips all the time, and so I'll play it just like it's a free-for-all. I'll either hold down my spawn, or I'll find some area of the map, oh man, that guy got me, I'll find some area of the map where I can kind of run a pattern back and forth, and you know, just kind of hold my ground and hold down an area. And as you can see there, I only took 3 deaths the entire game. There was never once a spawn flip. We kept that spawn the entire game, and I promise you, if you use this strategy just the way I just showed you, it will work, and you will get bloodthirsty, score streaks, and the whole 9 yards. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Be sure and leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Dude.